Hi, Rain Cansman, Life and Balance. I want to talk to you about building effective relationships. Effective relationships are built around trust. One of the ways trust is built in a relationship is that when I meet somebody that has a different style of communication than I do, that I make adjustments in my behavior to make them feel more comfortable, more willing to open up, more willing to trust me. How do we do that? Why don't I share with you a program and a learning moment for me with that program that made me understand how valuable it is to go through this process. So there are several programs out there that will help determine your communication or behavioral style. All of them will accurately describe which quadrant you fit in or which style you tend to use. But some are better than others. And I would suggest making sure that you use one that has a multi-rater feedback, because understanding our own perception, we kind of have an idea of what we think, but it's really important to understand how others perceive us, because those are the people we're building relationships with. The other component that comes in is this idea of versatility. And versatility is our ability to modify our behaviors to make other people feel more comfortable. There's only one program that I know about that accurately identifies how well you do that. And that's TRACOM Social Styles. So let me explain to you how I went through that and the lesson I learned from taking that assessment. They have a multi-reader feedback. You get 5 people to identify your style, and then you have your own self-assessment. And once it determines what social style you are, it also rates your versatility level. Versatility is broken down into 4 components. The idea is it starts out with image. When people first meet you or see you, the first thing they notice is how you look, how you're dressed, how you carry yourself. That's your image. Then next, they look at how you present information, how you talk to people, how you greet people, how you give them details on who you are. The third component is competency. And competency is once they get to know you, they kind of get an idea of how competent you are in whatever you're doing. And the last element is feedback. Feedback is when they give you feedback on something, what do you do with it? Do you use it? Do you recognize it? Do you thank them for it? Do you make the changes that they suggest in order to make them feel more comfortable? Certainly, feedback and competency are more heavily weighted when it comes to versatility. But the other 2 components are important too. When I took that multi-rater feedback, I was in a time in my life where I was trying to build a new business. I had a lot of good clients that had been working with me for a long time that knew me and knew who I was. But I was having a real difficult time opening up new business. What I found out from this feedback was that my presentation, competency, and feedback ratings were very high, but my image rating was low. At that time, I was wearing my hair down along my shoulders. I was wearing more casual clothes, trying to be that, I don't know, kind of philosopher, hippie, professor, whatever. But what was happening was when I'd meet new clients, they didn't see me as professional as I needed to be. So with the information from that assessment, I started wearing my hair shorter again. I dressed more appropriately for the situation. I weighted how important image actually was on making people feel comfortable, because if they couldn't get past that, they're never going to figure out how competent I am or what I would do with feedback. With that, I started opening new businesses, areas that I was unable to reach before.